Hey guys, it's Thang, and today we are doing the full agave tour, all the agaves that I've collected, and also that one in the back. So that one is in the video, but there's no space for it on the thing here, right? So we're gonna go through all of them and get my cat. Yeah, he's always with me. Hi, buddy. He's always guarding. He's guarding me, okay? That's what he's doing. Anyway, so all these are the agaves that are in my collection, except for the ones that are not potted. The ones that are not potted are still being shipped out to people, but I might as well include them in the video, right? But yeah, so these are all the agaves that I've collected through the years. I wasn't really interested in the agaves until probably like recently, right? Because I love how compact they looked. Yeah, I've collected like only the white Rhino in the past, because you know that's a special one, right? But the other ones I didn't really collect. I mean, I did have this one, but then I sold it off, and then you know back and forth kind of thing. But this year I decided to collect the agaves because one, they are super easy to take care of. They're not fussy plants, and they can stab a bitch if you really need them to. You know, if you are in a country, state, or province that has, you know, that stand your ground law like the ones in the United States, you can use this as a defensive weapon. Yeah, they're very sharp. You can stab somebody with it. Please keep them away from children, because we all know kids are stupid and they will poke their eyes out with this. Okay, anyways, yeah, so we're gonna go through all of these. I did print a list out. As you can see, this one right here. We'll go back to that. Anyways, let's get started. I'm gonna put my thing on the tripod and then we'll go through them. Okay, so hopefully everybody can see. We're gonna start up with the ones that are not potted so that we can get them out of the way. They're very, very beautiful plants. Oh, can everybody see? Class, can everybody see? Everybody can see, right? Put your hands up if you can't see. Oh, you in the back, come closer. Come, I told you, come closer. Anyway, okay. So we're gonna start off with this. This is, ow, that hurts. You see what I mean? Ow! Oh, you can stab a bitch with this. Ugh, oh my god. Be very careful. That's why you keep them away from children. Because, you know, they will poke their eyes out with. Anyway, so this is the first one. This is called an Agave Strictana. This has been very popular. It does get super bushy though, and it gets super big. So don't be deceived by how small you will receive them if you do order one of them, right? But they will get super big. Like this is fine total like this, right? And but these are very, very sharp. So be very careful with these, right? So Strictana, and a lot of the times you'll get them, you will get them like this. See how this one is growing a root already? That looks spectacular. It's growing a root. That's very nice of it to grow a root. I think it's a root. No, it's not a root. I'm blind. I cannot see close up anymore on my phone, so I gotta like zoom out a little bit more. Anyways, that's an Agave Strictana. That's very beautiful. And this is called an Agave cubic. No, sorry. This is called an Agave Potatorum. Potatorum. How do you pronounce it, people? I'm bad at pronouncing things, okay? Potatorum cubic. This has been very popular as well. You know, the top, when you get them, these spines will, you know, drop. That's fine. It's just cosmetic. That's fine. You know, do whatever. But they're very nice. They can still stay compact, but they do get super big too. So that's that. So this one is called an Agave Verschaffeltii Ikari Raijin. That's a long name. Yup. It's very beautiful. Does need a little bit more sun to get all that yellow out. Remember, if it's shadier or that you're watering with like tap water, which has chlorine does make things blue, you know, so you do require rainwater or distilled water or a lot of light to bring back that yellow. So this one is called an Agave Verschaffeltii Ikari Raijin. That's a very long last name. So how beautiful that is, right? So it is a little greenish because it hasn't had that much sun or much light. So to get the yellow back, you do need a lot of light, like very powerful, like the sun kind of light, to bring back that yellow. So a lot of people are misconceived, like it's reverting. It's not reverting, it just requires a lot of sun to get that yellow back. It's a very beautiful one. But unfortunately it's too big for me, so I can't own this. It gets very big. Okay, this one is actually very beautiful. This one is called an Agave Snow Glow. I don't have one of these because I don't have space. I might order one of these next time. I don't know. I might order one of these next time myself. It's very beautiful. You see how beautiful texture it has. It has these blue margins, right? And then you have the yellow variegated margins as well. And then you have the inside right here. That's very, very beautiful. So it's called Snow Glow. Everybody snow glow. Okay, this one is called an Agave Burgundy. Not sure why it's called Burgundy. Burgundy is usually like deep red, but it's a very beautiful plant itself. It's very symmetrical. See, that looks amazing, doesn't it? That looks pretty amazing. This one does get really big, but you know, the size of it depends on the pot you put it in, right? So you can have it gigantic or you can have it very small and petite. Very beautiful. Okay, so this one is called an Agave. I can't pronounce the name. Agave Guiengola. One of those. Unfortunately, this one hasn't rooted. You can tell that it hasn't rooted, so we can force it to root. You can see right here, there is a root right there. So we can remove this, all of that. We can cut all of this off because this is useless. Because I mean, it hasn't drank any water from it. So we know all of this root is useless because it is growing a root right there. And when we're just gonna plant it in with that root, and we're not gonna remove this because the problem with removing this, we're gonna rip that one single root out, so we're not gonna do that at all. Right, we're just gonna, yeah, okay. I'll just leave this for now, and I'll do it later, and then we're just gonna plant this all the way deep down, so that way when we water, the root will want to drink that water, and it'll just like grow more roots. So that's what we're gonna do later on in the day. Okay, so this one is called an Agave Isthmensis Raijin Shiro Nakkafu yellow. That's a long ass name too. It is a Japanese hybrid. You can see how beautiful that is. I don't think this is fully rooted, but I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's too much heat. But it's supposed to be like very chubby and big. But that's super big. It's supposed to be like that big at least, right? But I don't know what's going on with mine. So I might give it more time and see what happens. But it's a very beautiful plant to have. So superb. Love this one. Okay, so this one is called an Agave Potatorum Kichiokan, or Agave Kichiokan. Variegata. Very beautiful. I know Miss Eubanks, or Mama Eubanks, always talks about these agaves. Because I always watch her videos. She's like, oh, I love these Kichiokan, girl. Oh, I love the Kichiokan. I know it's pronounced Kichiokan because that's how she pronounces it. Anyways, this is the Agave Kichiokan. Very popular here when we order it. Usually these ones are like gigantic or very big when they come in, like super big, or well, I guess like handful, like my hand, how big that is. Usually that's how big it is. It's very, very cheap as well. It shouldn't be very expensive because these are superly common. But I guess maybe it's not common where you live, but it's common for me to order in. But they're very beautiful. Do recommend one of these if you can get one of these. Mine's pink because I do stress it out. I leave it like in almost full sun, so it gets these beautiful, gorgeous colors, kind of drying up. I believe it is rooted. Yeah, it is rooted. Maybe, who knows, gotta double check on that, but yeah. Okay, so this one is called an Agave Victoria-Reginae cream Marginata Variegata. So same thing as well. These ones require a lot of light and a lot of heat to bring out that creaminess. And also, you know, if you are watering it with tap water, because tap water does have a little chlorine in it, that can make things look more greenish, bluish. So you might want to water these with, of course, you know, distilled water or rainwater where it doesn't have any chemicals or extra minerals in there. It's just water, rainwater, right? And you'll get this beautiful cream color again. But also remember, a lot of light requires a lot of light. It's a very, very beautiful plant with a beautiful, what are these called? Texture? No, not texture. Patterns. Oh, English is so hard. Texture patterns, very beautiful. I think this one has a pup somewhere. Yeah, it has a tiny little pup on the side right here. Yeah, so love that one. Okay, so this tragic one is supposed to go to a customer, but I can't send the customer this, right? I usually, if it's something like this, I would usually keep it for myself, and I will order a replacement or get a refund on it. But this one is called an Agave or Mangave blood spot. Right, very tragic looking. I might send it to them because they order a lot, but then I'll also tell them I'll send them a replacement for it, right? So that way they'll have like 2 plants instead of 1 plant. You know, that would make them happy. A lot of people would be happy with that, right? So it's like, oh, don't worry, you're giving me a replacement there. That's fine. I'll nurse this back, but I'll keep it. I'll probably give it to my friend and then get them into plants as well. See? Right, so I wouldn't send this to someone. I would actually, no, I would tell them. No. Okay, so this one is very tragic. It's a Mangave blood spot or Agave blood spot. Unfortunately, I would not send this to a customer, especially a brand new customer of mine, right, or a buyer of mine. I believe this one's going to a regular one, which I would tell her, you know, I will send you a replacement. I'm going to send you this, and I'll send you a replacement on the next order. What you can do with this one is nurse it back to health, and, you know, give it to your friend if you want to, and get them into plants, right? But they will receive a brand new one, not a problem. I wouldn't send them this out. It's supposed to be really nice, but sometimes things come in tragically, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? That's it. This one is called an Agave Victoria-Reginae Kizan. So same deal with the cream and the other one. It requires a lot of sunlight to keep that yellow going. You see how there's this fainted yellow? Yeah, it requires a lot of like sunlight to keep that yellow, and it's I think I have like a few of these, and some of them stay yellow, some of them don't stay yellow. Right, so it's one of those things where it's very beautiful if you can keep that yellow. And it's not reverting back or anything. You can tell how the newer ones is also a little yellowish, right? But Kizan, it's always been a trickier variegated plant than other ones that the agave ones that I've seen so far. But once you get, I think maybe when it's older as well, it might get that variegation back. But yeah, it's very beautiful. Alright, so this one is called an Agave Victoria-Reginae Hymesanoyuki. I can't pronounce the name. Hymesanoyuki. Agave Reginae Hymesanoyuki. Okay. I'm sorry for butchering the name. Anyway, so this one came in tragic as well, because sometimes you don't know what happens during shipment, right? Even though, like, you're very precautious about how to get it in and how to get it to people, but sometimes you don't know what happened during shipment, right? And for me, I don't get mad at the seller. I would just tell them, hey, unfortunately this came in dead. Let's send me some replacement next time, or let's credit me for the next shipment. They're like, that is fine. I don't get mad at people about that, because I understand certain things do happen during shipments, right? And you also shouldn't be mad at people sending you plants because when they arrive like this, because like sometimes they don't even know what happens. Like, it could just tragically happen during shipment, right? So it's just, there's no point in getting mad. As long as they resolve your issue, there's no point in getting mad. So I wouldn't send this to somebody because it's so bad. But I will nurse this back to life, and then I will sell it. I will nurse this back and I'll sell it next year. That's fine. But it's a very beautiful plant. Anywho, okay, so this is one of my new obsession this year. This is called an Agave Titanota Black and Blue, or Black Balls. Oh, not sure about the black ball names, but black and blue, I think black and blue suits it better. This is called Agave Titanota Black and Blue. Very beautiful. Mine's gotten very big, and it's a new obsession for me this year. It's very gorgeous. Look at all it can be very compact, but it requires a lot of light. So this one stays out with the rest where it's a lot of the most like possible. Very, very beautiful. It has rooted. Has it? Have you rooted? No, you haven't rooted yet. Oh, it's taking you time. But look at that. There's a root. There's a root right there. Every other root is kind of useless except for that brand new one. That's the most important one. Every other one here, that's useless. A lot of people are obsessed about getting roots with their plants, but from my experience importing them for about 6 maybe 7 years now, that the majority of the roots here are useless. There's absolutely no point in having any of these roots because your plant will want to grow in brand new roots anyway. Sometimes it's useful, but the majority of the time it is utterly useless. And people are so obsessed with them. I need them with roots. I'm like, okay, well they're already dried, and the roots are dead. There's no point. But yeah. Anyways, Titanota. Okay, this one is called an Agave. Ooh, I have the name for it. I almost didn't have a name. Agave Isthmensis Striata Variegata. Yeah, that's beautiful. This can get gigantically huge, but I have it in a 6.3 centimeter pot. I'm gonna keep it in this pot because we don't got space. I love the striation of it. This type of pattern, variegation pattern, is called Striata, right? So there's Mediovicta and Marginata. So Mediovicta is variegation in the middle, like this. This is Mediovicta, right? So variegation in the middle. Striata is when you have a striation pattern like this, where it's random, right? And then Marginata, like this one, Marginata is when you have the variegation on the outside, right? So that's why Marginata, margin. Anyway, Striata, super beautiful. Love this plant. I got this as an offset, and I think it's giving me a little baby on the bottom. Oh my gosh, I'm a dad. I'm a grandpa. Oh my god, my life is fulfilled. Okay, so this one is called a Agave Victoria-Reginae Mediovicta. See, Mediovicta, right? Variegation in the middle, Mediovicta. Very beautiful plant. I'm obsessed with the Agave Reginae this year. Very compact. There's nothing else for me to say about these ones. They're just very beautiful. Love them so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. This one is called an Agave Titanota Dwarf. Yep, dwarf, which means that it will stay small. It won't grow gigantically huge because Titanota can get gigantically huge. But these ones, they are bred to be small. So that's why I have it. And also, it's good to have the pots in these ones because they do have much longer, what are those things called? Tendril thingies. Not hentai tentacles, tendrils. Roots, sorry, the roots are much longer. So you want one of these Haworthia type of pots where the roots will reach down. I mean, you can have it in these ones as well, but they will keep them compact. They're all small, so I want them in these ones. So I might change them all into these pots. Okay, so this one is called an Agave Victoria-Reginae Giant Mediovicta. So yeah, I think it's almost the same thing as this, except for these ones are gigantic. These ones get gigantic, and that's the only difference between the two. Like this one would the leaf will stay thinner. These will be big and huge. So this one's beautiful. I just want to collect them all. I'm like Ash Ketchum. You gotta collect them all. These are my Pokemons. I love these. These are beautiful. Look how nice that is. Right. Okay, so this is one of the star of my garden. This one is called an Agave Victoria-Reginae White Rhino, and I remember when I first saw these, I thought they were beautiful, but they were mega expensive. I think something like this went for about a few $1,000s when it first came out. It's very beautiful. This one has a pup. Actually, this gave me 2-3 pups so far. I've sold them off already, of course. But the pups will always come out as albino like this, but they will transform back into like this form. It's very beautiful. Also requires a lot of sun to keep that compacted form. If not, it will grow a little bit more stretchy, but still compact. Very beautiful. I think this one is about a few years old now. I believe so, a few years old. And I finally moved it into a much bigger pot like here. So that way it gets more nutrients. It used to be in a smaller pot, but I think it deserves, you know, a bigger pot. It does require more water. You can see how there's some stretch mark. Yeah, it requires more water, so that's okay. Okay, so this gigantic beast, oh, I don't know if you can see the whole entire thing. It was supposed to be small. This one's called an Agave Filifera Mediovicta. No, Striata. Striata. Look. Striata. It's gigantically huge. I love the little hairs that it has. I know there's a very specific name for it, but I love the little fluffy little whisker hairs that it has. It's very beautiful. It requires a lot of sun because it's all like I'm stretching to get sun. But this one's also in a part where it has a lot of sun, so I don't understand. It's supposed to be like, you know, like close off, Rossetti like. I don't know. Oh wow. We'll live and learn, but it's very beautiful. Okay, this one is one of my favorite ones. So this one is called an Agave Agave Toumeyana Varbella. Varbella, Bella means beautiful, right? I think that's what it means. Bella means beautiful in Italian. Can someone check that, please? Bella. Bella. Or is it French? No, bellissimo. Oh my god. I don't know my my languages. Sorry. Anyways, Toumeyana Varbella. Very beautiful. It has these very beautiful striking marks in it. These marks, right? And when you water them, they actually go away. But when you leave them alone, they come back. Very, very beautiful. And it has these very nice whiskers, these little hair. It's just so beautiful. Like when you see the adult form of these, they're beautiful. I think I've had this one for a few years now, and it's kind of staying the same size. It is growing brand new ones. You can tell these are new release right here. Sorry, new release right here. But it's taking a little bit longer for it to grow versus the other one. So yeah, so waiting for you to get bigger. This is probably going to be gigantic, because I know it can be gigantic, ginormous. All right, so I forgot two agaves on the list. So this one is called an Agave Isthmensis, Kabutogani, Marginata. And this is the brand newer one that came in this year. And it is one of my favorite ones because the leaves are superbly compact and super chubby. And it will stay this size, not big. I mean, a little bit bigger than this, but it's a very compact type of an agave, which I do 100% recommend. And the variegation is not very hard to keep, right? I mean, it's very beautiful. Look at all those leaves. Oh, so gorgeous. So this one, story behind it, I had to break about a lot of leaves on the bottom to get the bottom to root to like stay on the floor. But I mean, it's giving me how many new leaves? It's giving me back all the leaves that I've broken off. So it's one of my favorite new agaves that I've gotten this year. Superbly favorite. It stays out in full sun or almost full sun out there with the agave trays. So superbly 100% do recommend if you can get your hands on one of these ones, right? Superb. Okay, so here is another agave, which I haven't. No, this is a Mangave. This is called a Mangave cherry chocolate chip or cherry. One of those. Can I bring you out, girlfriend? Oh girl. Oh my god, girlfriend. Hold on, girlfriend. You are being difficult. Anyway, so this is called a Mangave chocolate chip. If you can get the name for it, I'll probably know the name. And it's beautiful. Look how nice it is. So one of my regular buyers do want to buy this off of me. I really like it a lot, especially during the summer. It's very gorgeous. It's very beautiful, you know, but I don't know. I wish it just give me a pup. Give me a pup so I can sell this and keep the pup. It's very beautiful. I keep it out in more sunny light, so that way it gets these beautiful like spotted color. You know, it's just gorgeous, isn't it? It's just gorgeous. There's another one. It's called Kaleidoscope, which is even much better. Fortunately, I haven't been able to get that one, but this is the chocolate chip. And when I got this, it was in tragic state. Trust me, it was in horrible, tragic state. But it's so beautiful now. Love this one. Okay, so we're gonna go to the very last agave plant. This is called an agave. Oh God, I'm blanking out now. Agave Attenuata Variegata. Yes, this is my Agave Attenuata Variegata. And I got this plant because Mama Eubanks, she's like, I love my Agave Attenuata so much. It is my favorite plant. Yep, so that's why I have one. Because I've been watching Mama Eubanks. And yeah, I've had this for I think four years now. And every winter time I do cut it right there. I cut it off and I just reset it. And it's been so beautiful, so wonderful to have. Unfortunately, we've been also breaking leaves because, you know, accidentally touching, you know, these are very soft leaf, right? So it is very easy to cut them. And luckily, because we are up high in an apartment, we don't get those snout weevils. So we don't get those problems where the snout weevil will come in and just like eat up the plants, right? Or golfers or stuff like that. Very beautiful. It is able to throw up pups, but this one hasn't thrown up pups yet. It's not old enough to, you know, bloom, and the bloom wouldn't be that big anyways. But it's one of my favorite plants to have in the garden. One of my favorite plants to show people. It is superbly spectacular. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this agave tour. Let me know which other plants you would like me to tour on. We've already done Haworthias. Maybe I'll do another Haworthia for all the new ones that I've gotten. Or maybe we can do some Euphorbias next, right? I do have Euphorbias. Ooh, maybe Adromishkis. I do have a lot of Adromishkis, but the problem with Adromishkis, I don't know their names. Maybe we can do some Echeverias, one of the favorite ones that I like. Aeoniums, I only have like one. So there's no point. One or two Aeoniums. So there's no point in Aeoniums. Maybe we can do, I don't know. You guys let me know what you want to see next. Cause yeah, or maybe I can do some of my bits and bobs, odds and end ones. I guess that's it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later. Love ya, bye.